Hello Port fans, welcome to your round 15 edition of the Match Committee. It's all for Bank SA, a proud premier partner of the Port Adelaide Football Club. Sam McClure and Terry Wallace with you to take you through this game against the Western Bulldogs. Player, welcome.
Yeah, g'day Sam. Well, look, certainly Port Adelaide, I was over there last week. They won it at Match Committee last week. And
they did.
People could sort of say, well, you know, why do you say that? Well, drop one ruckman and the other ruckman absolutely, completely dominates the game. That was the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people doubted Ken Hinkley, the Match Committee player. I certainly did. I think you probably had your doubts as well. It worked a treat. Let's see if the changes that they've made this week, because they've kept with a lot of the changes that they made and held some more back. So Laddams and Drew come in for the suspended Howard and the suspended Amon, who, as I think you said earlier in the week, probably played just about his best game in Port Adelaide colours. So disappointing for him. No change at the Western Bulldogs. But Plough, you're surprised to see that some of those senior bodies haven't been brought in back in after a week in the Sandful.
No, well, they didn't have an opportunity of playing last week, obviously.
Of course, it was the bye.
The boys not playing last week in the Sandful. So, to me, look, I think that this side's going along beautifully. I think that that was a great performance and a great win. But, and my only but is, you can't afford to beat Geelong and then get beaten by the Bulldogs in the next week. You've got the showdown coming up next week. Really want to have a couple of great weeks of form leading in and really taking on the Crows in that match.
And they play a side, Plough, who a lot of people in the competition still don't know what they're capable of. They scraped over the line against the Blues. They probably should have beaten the Magpies. Nathan Buckley said they were the better team, and they're unchanged going into this one.
Well, I don't blame them for being unchanged, because you're right. I mean, they played well enough and did that game as well over the two games they did last weekend. I thought Port's form was better than what the Bulldogs' form was, but just a bit clunky up forward, missing some really easy shots at goals, but they certainly had plenty of the ball and plenty of inside 50. So they're a danger to Port Adelaide, but I'm still expecting that if Port can beat Geelong at home, they should be beating the Bulldogs.
Let's hope it's 4 more points for Port Adelaide against the Bulldogs on Saturday night. That was the Match Committee. It's all for Bank SA, proud premier partner of the Port Adelaide Football Club.